What is your mind telling you about this KSI versus Tommy Fury fight?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a real fight because it's an exhibition, like, first and foremost.
Hold on a second.
It doesn't count. No, it doesn't count.
Yeah, but it's still a real fight.
He's not doing any. It's not a professional fight, though. So to me, it
it's
doesn't
still
matter.
A real fight.
It doesn't matter, though. It's like it's an exhibition. It's like it doesn't go on anyone's records. The stakes aren't as high because of that.
I'm trying to give you a comparison.
I'll give you one. Logan Paul versus Floyd.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, everyone wins. Are they both going to win at the end? Is there even a winner declared?
Are you saying because the stakes aren't as high because it's not on? And by the way, I think it is. There's a stipulation here. There's a reason why it's not going to go on BoxRec or because it's not an exhibition.
But none of KSI's fights do. So to me, it's not boxing until they make it professional fights.
But they are professional fights.
No, they're not.
But they're
10-ounce
gloves with no headgear. I'm on the same card. It's not mine. Isn't an exhibition. I consider it a real fight.
Consider it or it is.
Yeah,
I will be fighting.
It's a difference.
I will be fighting my opponent with 10-ounce gloves and no headgear on, and I'm gonna beat his ass. He feels real.
With a decisive winner, and it will go on your record.
It doesn't go on your record.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if the number on the record not being there doesn't make it legitimate. Everyone will know. Everyone will know what happened.
Well, in a way,
but no one knows like KSI's record. Like no one he doesn't have a record because
that's fair.
That's like part of the sport. That's what makes it a fucking sport. Is like keeping record of these things and like how many knockouts, how many this, how many that.
But also, he's a person who has changed the landscape, as are you, and his career may not be that of numbers. It may not. They might not matter. Everyone knows.
Yeah, but that's why like I don't like to be in the same conversation because what I'm doing is like real.
It's fair. That's fair.
Well, here's where you do come back in the conversation. He has basically said or has said that if he beats Tommy, he can retire as the king of this level of boxing because he took down someone that you haven't or couldn't at the time.
That's such a cop-out. It's such a cop-out. How many fighters in the history of the sport have beaten someone and then lost to a different guy who beat that person?
He
like,
might not want to be a fighter, dude. He's not. I don't think he's like.
No, but the thing is that he's talked so much shit to me, and him and I have beef. But regardless of anything else, it's me and KSI that everyone wants. That he says all of these things, talks shit so much back and forth. I'll beat your ass. I'll beat this because you do that over there. That's cool. Go and do your thing. Get your money. Do the best you can. I have nothing against that. I hope KSI becomes as big as he wants in whatever space he wants to be big at.
Even the beverage space?
Whatever he wants. Yeah, crushing it. Congratulations. Do it. I root him on. Me and him have to settle our beef, and that's man versus man. He can go do whatever he wants, sure. But if you're going to run away from me and hide behind I did this to this person, and you did that to that person, and you're not this, that's a bitch fucking move. And I expect nothing less from him. Okay, cool. You want to do whatever it is that you want to do, no problem. We can fight whenever. I'm going to rematch Tommy Fury whenever. But also, none of this is my goal. My goal is to become world champion and fight the best of the best and to continue boxing 2, 3, 4 years from now when a lot of these guys are going to stop. That shit is cool. I lost. Yeah, I'll deal with that as a man. I'm upset. I'm going to get better from it. But at the end of the day, where my end of the road goal goes, it has nothing to do with KSI.
What do you think is going to happen in KSI Tommy Fury on October 14th on the Prime card? I'm also on in the co-main event. Biggest event of the year.
Your face is so stupid.
Fighting Dylan Dennis. You fucking scumbag motherfucker.
Did you bleep it or did that?
I'll have announced it today. Yeah, we'll get into it. But yeah, what do you think is going to happen? KSI v Tommy Fury.
I think Tommy Fury stops him in like less than 5 rounds, probably.
I told you this on the plane, and I just feel like the simulation goes the other way. In this weird life that we're living in, it makes sense that KSI wins that fight.
Nah, there's no make sense. It just can't. It can't happen. This is just my opinion. You guys are fighters. I'm not. Tommy Fury has proven to be a tactical boxer.
I don't disagree. Boxer. In my head, I'm like, that totally makes sense.
He's a fighter, and JJ's a fighter, which is why I'm so interested in that fight. But in my eyes, and I you know, I'm just gonna say it how it is. He goes into that the same way Jake goes into it, fully capable of beating a fighter, but may get outboxed because of a little bit of a lack of experience or a little bit of need for more time to garner that tactical boxing skill, which Jake will, which he will.
The logical part of my brain
Says the
agrees
same
with
thing.
everything
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
But in this weird simulation we're living in, I just feel like KSI is going to
But
get
if
that
he
dog
does that,
in
but
him.
if he does that, and we as a community do not, by way of boycott or whatever, force him to fight Jake, like bro, like that has to. If he beats Tommy Fury, bro, that fight has to fucking happen. And by the way, like everybody makes so much money, and it's so good for the community. And I know Jake. I know Jake will sign any fucking contract. Like he'll sign any line. So like if he beats Tommy Fury, like that fight has to happen, dude. Like at least if he wants to, as you said, make the claim of being the A side. If he wants to just settle and retire as a winning boxer or fighter or crossover sportsman, that's fine. But to be able to claim that he's a better boxer than Jake Paul, he has to beat Jake Paul, in my opinion.
Agreed.
He is a great fighter. He is a
So
great
if he
fighter.
stops KSI, is still potential for a fight?
Yeah, all the fights are there regardless of the outcome of that fight.
If he stops KSI, I'm going for Tommy's throat. I love that vengeance storyline.
Yeah.
I don't want to put the energy into the air, but like Tommy Fury's on my fucking radar. I have him in my scopes. I wanted it when Jake was fighting him, and I'm gonna be back in the conversation, which I'm fucking stoked about. Yeah, dude. October 14th, I'm fighting Dylan
You
Dennis.
just jump him too at that point. The both of you just
Yeah, I mean, I'll do something.
No, I'm
legal.
gonna finish him off first. I gotta handle that business first.
We'll see, bro, because you definitely sniped the Nate Diaz fight from me, and I've been so lenient in giving you your opponents, and I think it's.
But
my,
it's not. Wait, it's not your option to give me my opponents. You haven't fought anyone. You don't fight. You don't fight real fights. It's just not your option to give me my opponents. You're not even a fighter. Like you do exhibitions and lost like 4 years ago.